finishing in your top 8 predictions?
I actually put TD at 4th, Chris.
Number 4.
I did not. I watched him play at the LAN, and I wasn't nearly as impressed as I was before DC. Clearly, they're a tournament team, which I didn't take into consideration when I made my bracket. But, you know, who knows what can happen. For all we know, SQ could win this whole thing. Yeah. Every team has the capability of winning this event, and that's the thing that's awesome about this league. The skill gap. There's no skill gap. It's just so close.
I know we always talk about the 6-team LAN, some results from these guys playing before, but when you come to the tournament, it is a completely different atmosphere than being in Mr. P's basement or Mr. P's house and playing in that LAN. During these games, these players know that every single one of these games is incredibly important. During the LAN, sometimes you can start not taking it nearly as seriously as you thought. Maybe it's not the most important thing. You're not pumped up. You're not exactly always into the game.
$100,000 not on the line.
Every move you make, every single decision you make is going to have a consequence. And everyone here is going for that 100 grand.
You got Neighbor setting up with the sniper, taking it out of the hands of Demon D. It's been the story of this game. Grab the oddball, take it down to green for triggers down. Let your sniper do work from Snipe 2 and clear the way. Nice job by Best Man to relocate that ball, bringing it back to his teammates. And there you just see Neighbor picking off easy shots. It's like shooting fish in a barrel right now, guys. They're not even looking at him.
Well, you know, you heard Tsquared say it. He said Neighbor's a top 5 player, and he expects him to come out in this event, and he needs to if this team has any chance of winning.
Yeah,
well, good to me.
Right now, if he plays like this team definitely has a chance to win this event.
For sure. I mean, just you can tell by the patience of the comfortability of when he has the sniper. When you're waiting for that headshot and you're not panicking, that's when you're in your zone. That's the element you want to be in, especially going against the top team.
And props to Coach Bravo. Amazing communication. You see Triggers Down basically controlling every power weapon so far in this game, except for a few camos, which they allowed Believe the Hype to have. And now you got Best Man just chilling with that oddball bottom green, finally going to play it as Believe the Hype finally going to be able to break their setup after a good 40-second chunk again for TD.
And you know, Believe the Hype is just finding themselves in terrible positioning just because of the Triggers Down teamwork. It's not necessarily their fault that things are happening this way, but they just can't get anything going.
Demon D calling out 2 players from TD who are they're not in a dangerous position, so he's just going to let them stay there. Now he's making the push on Hysteria, cleans up that kill. Hysteria was injured, but 3 of his teammates are down, so it's just Demon D, the last one alive, and the ball's on the opposite side of the map. This is not looking good for BTH.
No, it's not. But luckily, Demon D is going to make this push on the ball. He's going to get an easy kill, and now he's just going to wait for his teammates to come. Right now, if I was him, I would probably get a little bit of objective time just to try to get us a little bit of an edge.
Especially with only 2 minutes left on the clock. You see the clock there, 1:47 counting down. Demon D getting pushed by 2 guys. Great grenade top middle is going to take down Hysteria. He's going to grab the ball, and guys, why is he still sitting bottom green?
Well, it's really the only spot he can be right now. He knows he's got the most help bottom green by far. It was a good play, though, on Triggers Down part to try to back up, kind of regroup the troops. They know they're up by 40 seconds right now. There's not a lot of time left. They're going to take their time and try to make sure they make good pushes.
We saw Status Quo with the comeback in a very similar situation. Can't Believe the Hype come back in this game.
Yeah, and this is the biggest miscue I've ever seen. Demon D dropped the ball expecting Snipedown to pick it up. Snipedown was shooting top middle. They just lost out on 10 seconds just because they didn't have simple communication. That is the problem with putting 4 main slayers on a team. Everyone's going to want the sniper, and no one's going to make the little communication.
60 seconds left on the clock. Demon D and friends needing at least 40 more seconds here. Put the sniper away and hold on to that ball. Or hit Tots as he jumps off the map. 173 to 201, and what is he doing, guys?
I'm going to have a panic attack if I keep watching this like this. You just hold on to the ball right now. If your whole team dies, then you can fight for it. But right now, you need this scrappy time.
Believe the Hype needs almost every second left in the game. 30 seconds left on the clock. And the ball is down, and no one going for it from BTH. This is game over. Mental mistakes from Believe the Hype. Triggers Down, gonna walk away with the 3-0 sweep, and Scott and Chris are not happy with what they just saw.
I just don't understand what Demon D was thinking there that entire time. He loses out on 10. I don't want to talk about it. Chris, take it from me.
No, it was just, it was a mental brain fart from Demon D.
Done. Miscues from Believe the Hype. You can see the frustration on their faces. Down low. Triggers Down, feeling good though. So let's bring up the positivity up here, guys. TD looking super strong once again. 3-0 sweeping Believe the Hype. And let's take a look at the stats here from Best Man Screen. 33 and 23 out of Neighbor, connecting on so many of those headshots, using the sniper incredibly well. Tots and Best Man, you see, doing the dirty work. Hysteria also picking up a big chunk of time. The only person to go positive on the other side was Demon D, but Believe the Hype really just not objective-minded enough. They need to really fix that going into their next series in the losers bracket.
Yeah, you can see it right there. They out-killed Triggers Down during that game. 3 members of Believe the Hype going positive. Maniac with a +9, but they lost the oddball. They choked at the end. They had a very good chance of winning that game. Had a mental error by Demon D, but yes, they're going to have to pay way more attention to the objective going forward if they want to win anything.
But you know, at the same side, Triggers Down just looked very, very strong in this match. I mean, you can't say enough about him. Neighbor is playing up to par. When Neighbor is playing up to par, he has faith in his teammates. That's a scary thing. We haven't seen a fully confident Neighbor since last event, and they took second. They swept pretty much everyone with the exception of Final Boss. So going into this, I could see them easily finishing in the top 2.
All right, so there you have it. Triggers Down, moving on. Scott's got him in the top 2, moving him up from his 4th place prediction. I have TD finishing 3rd, but after that performance, they could definitely move up a bit there. Guys, that is going to do it for us here in the commentary booth. We will be back tonight for our Saturday night broadcast, but don't go anywhere here on the Halo stream. We have our next matchup coming up at 2:30. That is Final Boss taking on Carbon. Following them, we will have the Instinct Warriors matchup. That'll finish off our round 1 matches. And then, of course, we'll be back tonight for our Winners Bracket Round 2. Remember, we have 4 streams going on this weekend. We got the StarCraft 2 stream going on. We got the Tekken stream, the Halo Reach Raw stream. We'll be back with another Halo match at 2:30.